I told myself I was going to be honest, and I was going to record, the good days and the bad days, and then there's the in between days. And I kind of think this is what this is. It's just a meh day. Nothing's wrong. I mean, nothing's wrong in the world, in my world. Just nothing I want to do is working. If that makes any sense. I'm kind of in a box, or I've used the illustration sometimes like I'm in the bottle looking around in life, and everything's going on around me, and it's hard, it's frustrating, and it kind of depresses me. But there's some good things going on. I'm going to a homesteading conference in Crossville on Saturday, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be really fun. A lot of note taking. Hopefully I'll be able to record some stuff, audio recording for personal use, I can't share it. It's not my content, so I can't share it, but I understand that they will record some, and I think the presenters it's their content, so I guess they can record theirs and share it, which is fine. It's their content. They've worked hard to do this stuff. So I'm going to take classes on how to raise rabbits, and how to set up a homestead, and how to make money with cows. It's one of the classes that I signed up. Homesteading after 50, because I'm after 50. I am 52 now. And a door was opening up for me to have a farm, and I don't know if that's still happening or not. And again, I can't move forward, I can't move to the side, I can't move to the back, I'm just kind of stuck in stasis, and I'm having problems with being stuck in stasis. It's more my attitude. I'm realistic enough to know that even if I could go to the farm, there's a limit to what I can do physically, and it's not like I'm going to go to that farm and in a matter of a week I'm going to have it up and running. It's going to be perfect and wonderful, or at least running. I'd be tickled pink to be able to house chickens on it, and myself, and hope that there's more grass than mud. And that kind of thing. One of my goals, or some could say hopes, would be to move out by August. But part of that was hoping that all of us would be able to afford to move. I mean, we could find a place that's cheaper. You can always find a place that's cheaper, but moving's not cheap. If you can rent a U-Haul, you can rent all that stuff, and I've got a van. We can get the van and load it up, and the kids have an SUV, and we can load it up and make a gazillion trips back and forth and exhaust ourselves mentally and emotionally. I personally, the minute I know we're going to move and that we're definitely not staying in the same place, we'll start packing. It's one of the things that I do. I will go and I will get boxes, and I will pack 2 or 3 boxes. Right, fill the van with boxes, pack all the boxes. Anything that we are not just, oh my God, I have to have that and use that in the next day or so, or if we can do without it for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, I will pack that bad boy up, and it'll be in a box. ready to go. So when the time comes to move, just load up all the boxes I've packed and then get the big stuff. I try to get all the little things that help make a house a home, but you don't desperately have to have them. They just make life a little bit easier. So I try to get all those things packed up first, but we don't know if we're going to move. And if we're going to move, are the kids going to do the things they want to do? They've got a couple of events, my event is not uber expensive. It's gas in the car, and I've already paid for my ticket to get in, and, I'd like to have the ability to go up and buy a bunch of stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, and I'm not going to sit and worry about it. I'm going to try to not sit and worry about it, because I have been. These people are coming from long distances to come and teach stuff, and it'd be nice to at least have whatever books they're doing. There's some classes that you can't take all the classes. There's 6 classes. Well, there's 6 hours. 6 hours and 4 classes per hour. So there's a lot of classes. And then they have a open panel discussion part. So you've got all these classes, and you've got this open panel discussion thing going on, and all these presenters and everything. One family I know has published a book on how the steps that you need to grow sweet potatoes really well. It's something that they do. They grow a lot of sweet potatoes, and they've published a little book about it, and it'd be nice to buy that book, and and I'm not ready for it yet, but one of the presenters sells his rabbits. Will he be bringing them down to sell them? I don't know. I'm not set up. Does he have a little booklet on how to set up for having rabbits? I don't know. I would like to get one if he does. And I think that's what's bothering me is, yes, I can go. Yes, I don't really have to worry about food. Some of this information I'll remember, and some of it I won't. And, the little bit of extra of having the books or whatever would be nice. It would help. And hopefully they won't mind me doing an audio recording to help me supplement notes, because I'm not even sure how much space I need, how much am I going to be able to do this? It's going to be through my phone. Am I going to be able to do it? I don't know. I really don't. So it won't be a camera. I've got a camera. I don't know how to work with it yet to do recordings and stuff, and record myself, and hopefully do a better job, because I want to do some music in the backgrounds, and have it more professional. And right now it's very I'm trying to be candid and authentic, so I guess descriptors. I got myself an inexpensive wig, and what's really funny is I had 2 wigs to start with. I got the one after I had the chemo, and it's long. And then I had the second one I got about 5 years ago. And it's more, what's it cosplay? It's more of a costume wig. And both of those itch like I've got, fire ants on my head. It's burning, itching, very irritating, and very awful. And so I found this wig, and it doesn't. But I'm not wearing it right now. So, just not. And I don't know. I was thinking, I like I said, I told myself I would be candid, and in part of the Parkinson's journey is sometimes you're sad for no reason. You're just sad, and it's like, I don't want to be sad. I other days I can still be in the state of limbo. I can still be in the jar looking out and around, and I'm okay. I'm not depressed or sad because I'm in this jar looking around. I've got my journal. I'm writing in my journal. I'm thinking about things and making plans, and and I know the best laid plans of mice and men. But I mean, that's part of it. And, I don't need a happy pill. I'm not really an advocate of taking any more medicine. You absolutely have to. I mean, there's times when you have to. I have to take some medication. I cannot function with my Parkinson's. It is like internally I'm on a live wire. I just and can't focus and can't think, and I'm just, I mean, I don't know if you can imagine being internally on a live. Most people, from what I understand, I won't say most people, but from what I understand, a lot of people, their symptoms of Parkinson's are internal, and mine are too. The shaking is still going on, but it's all internal. And when you try to explain to a doctor that you feel like your internal organs are shaking and vibrating all by themselves, and they just kind of go. And, eyebrows to hairline, they're just, what? I've never heard of that. Another symptom of Parkinson's that most people have never heard of is that your scent changes. And that's a little bit hard to explain, but your physical scent changes, and everyone has their own scent. And mine changed, and I remember talking to the doctor and saying, is there a medical reason that your scent would change again? I've never heard of that. Parkinson's, yeah, it actually affects your physical smell. And I'm not talking about I've been working out or been outside sweating, and I stink, I need a bath. No, had the bath, soap smell kind of fades, and you just have your smell, and that's what I'm talking about. So I don't know. I'm at 12 minutes, and one video I recorded about 20 minutes, and it would not upload. That was my first try. And it wouldn't upload. So I'm going to stop and try to upload. Okay, bye.